Hello everyone and welcome to this brand new video. So in this video, it's going to be about how to build your creator business, your info product, your coaching business if you don't have a lot of time. Because I see this question a lot. A lot of people think they need tons of time. They need all of these resources. They need all of these hires, all of these systems. But I'm just going to show you bare bones why this is false and how you can build your business with very, very little time. Okay, so let's go over the problem. The problem is you're posting content daily, right? With minimal growth. You're attracting the wrong people. You're attracting what I like to call freebie seekers. You're constantly taking sales calls only to get a "I'll think about it" or "I don't have money" objection, and many, many more. Okay, those are just probably a few problems that you're dealing with. Maybe you run a full-time side hustle, or you're employed and you don't have a lot of time to work on this creator business, or you got a family to deal with, or all sorts of stuff. Okay, and you're currently doing this. You're posting tons of content to try to go viral. You're trapping yourself in a specific niche. You may be selling multiple offers or multiple digital products. You're giving away free stuff in hopes of getting reciprocated, right? You're giving away a bunch of free stuff, hoping that one day people will find it so valuable that they'll buy from you. You're building a business and not building a brand, and you're spending tons of time recording B-roll or editing or doing, crazy edits. And before I get onto this, who am I? My name is Jay. I help creators, coaches, personal brands grow with systems without having to, constantly chase after people, and actually build leverage for yourself with a personal brand, right? Building your leverage through yourself so you can become an autonomy creator. And that's what I'm trying to get all my clients to. That's someone that makes $20K a month, has freedom, has autonomy, and has passion, purpose, and profit in their business, okay? So this is you. You're posting content, you're running conversations, taking sales calls, delivering your product, learning, dealing with other stuff as well. And you're doing all of this at once and you're not moving the business forward. And this reminds me of something that I think Dan Coe once said, which helped me in a certain period of my life where I was trying to grow on multiple social platforms. I was trying to go on TikTok, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, a bunch of different places. And I wasn't growing at all. I was really stuck. And he said, you can post on all platforms at once, but you can only grow on one at a time. And the same applies for, your business. If you're putting your energy, let's say this is you, in a bunch of different areas, you're only going to make small progress every day. Or you can tackle one area and make way more progress because you're focused on it. Okay? And the same goes for personal branding. So I call this the creator stages. So there's different stages of being a creator. First, you're an apprentice, right? You're just a little wizard. You're trying everything yourself. You're testing and seeing roadblocks. And this goes for everything within life, whether that's relationships, fitness. You're in the testing phase. You're trying things out and you're just seeing what works. So you're testing. The second is you're a disciple. You might have a mentor, you might have a coach that shows the path for you and shows you the steps that you need to take in order to get to where they are, right? You obviously choose a mentor that you align with and you want to get to the position where they're at, okay? Next thing, you're learning, right? You're learning from that person. You become a wizard. You become stronger. You learn and implement the information and actually get results. And final part is you're implementing. You're just implementing all the information that you have, and you master the information and you get the desired result that you want to achieve. You're wise, okay? Now, a lot of people are wasting time constantly stuck in this testing phase. And I speak from experience. When I wanted to build my personal brand, when I wanted to build an agency or whatever I was doing, I was looking at free information on YouTube, even though my information is very actionable and very, easily implementable. Where the diamonds are is when you get nuanced, personalized, tailored information towards you. And that's why a lot of people are stuck. They're in this apprentice phase the whole time and testing and testing and testing and failing and never really getting the right information, because the devil is in the details, right? A lot of things are small details that you're missing that is not enabling you to, reach your goals and get successful. So first of all, most people are stuck here in this first phase. And those that do come here to this path, they don't have a system that is allowing them to do it with minimal time, because a lot of people get stuck with time. They can't implement all the things that the coach or the course or whatever is telling them, and they also get stuck. And they have that limiting belief that time is what they need. So they never get onto this learning stage. And even if they do have the time to get to this learning stage, they don't have someone that is giving them that one-to-one attention like we do in Creator One that actually allows them to become an oracle. So that's the different creator stages, and you might be in any different one of these. Maybe you have the information and you're putting in the time and you're implementing it, but you're not getting the one-on-one attention to actually start winning big, okay? So there's a rule with life, and this I got from Alex Hormozi, is that you pay with time or you pay with money. So you need to make that decision. You can pay with your time, with whatever you're doing, or you can pay with money. For example, let's say Thomas Edison never invented the light bulb. We would have to do thousands of experiments to get that light bulb again. But because someone invented it, Thomas Edison, we don't have to do that again and again and again. There might be someone else that spent 5 years doing the thing that you want to do. And instead of spending those 5 years and going through those same mistakes, you can just pay that person and make that shortcut. And that is the only way to, I guess, do a time warp. The only way to, save time is with money and just paying yourself to get the information. And this is a quote by Steve Jobs, right? Your time is limited. So don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out the inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. I always had this gut feeling that I just had to go all in and invest in myself and get to these next steps. And that's what I did. And that gave me the best return ever. But I just want you to note here, this video is not just telling you to get a mentor, because you probably already know that by now and are too scared to make that step. I'm actually going to tell you some fundamental things that you need to focus on so you can actually make the most out of your time and not get stuck in this apprentice phase, or not get stuck focusing on all things at once, okay? Another quote, Time Billionaire. This is by Sahil Bloom. Time Billionaire. Time is your most precious asset. When you're young, you're a time billionaire, literally rich with time. And this doesn't even have to go with if you're in your 20s, you can be in your 30s, 40s, 50s, whatever. You have time. You may fail to realize the value of this asset until it's gone. Treat time as your ultimate currency. It's all you have, and you'll never get it back. What Sahil Bloom says a lot to people is, Warren Buffett, right? He's a multi-billionaire, right? I think he's worth like 130 billion. But you would not change lives with him, okay? You would not change lives with him because he's 95. So he's about to die, which basically shows you that if you're someone in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, even 60s, you are rich with time. Because even though that person is worth hundreds of billions, you would not change your life with them. You would not switch sides because you value the time that you have more. But most people don't realize this and waste it and think that they have time and think that they can just wait around and eventually things will click for them, when they should just make the right steps, invest, and make sure that they can make the most of their time. So let's get into some practical things, okay? So instead of posting content and doing all of these things here, we're going to exchange these for really what it is. Because a lot of people just hear from other gurus, I need to post once a day, and do that and wonder why they're not getting results, why they're feeling stuck, spending time editing and doing all this crazy stuff, when we can break it down to its fundamentals, okay? Posting content is just traffic. Conversations is just conversion. Taking sales calls is just selling or sales. And delivering your product is just resources, okay? So this is the steps that you need to build your business, okay? Not all at once. And I'm going to give you a minimal viable offer that you do need before starting this process. But a lot of people make this amateur mistake of spending all this time making sure you've got the best resources and the best product and the best course and all this stuff, wasting a bunch of time here. And then they think they need, some sales script or some sales manual thing and waste a bunch of time here. Getting the perfect landing page, the perfect email sequence and all this crap. And then they just say they need the perfect conversion, right? They need to have the best content and all of this crap. And then they spend the least amount of time here. And not only that, they do it in the least effective way and don't understand, how to get the right traffic, okay? So instead of wasting your time doing all of these things, you need to, first of all, create a minimum viable product, which you can start selling, that's easy and doesn't require any upfront time, especially if you're a beginner. If you already have a coaching business, you already have clients, you've already got an offer, still take this into account, right? If your product is great, but you're not getting traffic, focus on traffic. If you're getting traffic, but you're struggling to convert, now focus on conversion. Building assets, nurturing, building depth with your audience. If you're converting, getting calls in, or you're about to get sales through, but they're not converting, or you're not getting that sales conversion, focus on this. If your product isn't getting the results that you want to get case studies, or you're not getting, recurring revenue, or the lifetime value of a client isn't very high, focus on your product and your resources, okay? But do it in this order, okay? Because a lot of people completely forget that there's order to things. There's no reason focusing on your product if you don't have your traffic down first. It's like selling lemonade in the middle of the Sahara Desert. If you're selling a product and no one is there, you're just wasting your time, okay? So let's get on to some practical things. So this is the way that you build a coaching business. Now, for people that already have a product, this doesn't really apply to you, at least the first step, but you should still use the same flywheel to make sure that you constantly build your business further, okay? So this is step 1, this is step 2, this is step 3, and this is step 4. I might even transform this into my own unique mechanism because I came up with it, but anyway. First, you need a minimum viable offer. This is just the bare minimum you need to get started and start selling, and do it with confidence so you know which direction you're going in, okay? For example, I help people get shredded in less than 2 hours a week. Whatever, right? Or I help people overcome, anxiety and start getting dates with their desired sex, right? Whatever it might be. I help people start a coaching business, or I help people build their online affiliate business, whatever it might be, okay? A minimum viable offer with a skill that you have and that you've done yourself and that you've proven, okay? With anything that you're doing in life. Obviously with agency and stuff, it's different, but just a high ticket service business, okay? And the easiest thing you can do is offer one-to-one coaching, 4 calls, a package of 4 calls, 1 call a week, maybe some small resources included for $500. If you don't get sales on that call, or people aren't convinced yet, work with them for free and get testimonials and get more proof, okay? Which is step 2. Get case studies, testimonials, marketing materials. Use that feedback in step 3 and improve your content so it further targets the problems that they have, and then improve your product. And then increase your prices and the positioning of your offer, okay? But this is the thing that you have. So let's say you've got a product that's working and you just don't have testimonials yet. Well, then you have to get them. And the way that you get them is you either improve your product, or you ask them what their problems are, and then you help them improve those problems, and you improve your content and go through this whole flywheel, okay? So long story short, if you are completely stuck and you don't know why you're not getting sales, focus on this. Focus on step 1, which is traffic, which is only 2 ways. You can do organic and paid. If you click the first link in the description of this video, you can check my system that shows you how to do this, the Creator 4 system, okay? Step 2, You got traffic. You're not converting, right? People don't trust you. Build assets. Build really good content. Build depth. I've got videos like this on my YouTube channel. Then sell, right? There's different ways to sell. You can sell even through the DMs if your marketing is good enough, or you take sales calls. And the way that you do that is you warm them up by giving them really good value. So figure that out. If your product isn't good enough, improve the resources. Okay, improve the things that you're giving them. And full transparency, I'm also doing this currently. Before I completely dial in my onboarding process, I need to get a few people in the system, right? Get a few people that I can get feedback from. There's no point creating a whole program if you don't have someone to test it with first, okay? It's like that. It's like when people say on sales calls, oh, I don't have time, that's why I can't invest in this productivity coaching. Well, it's like, if you invest in the productivity coaching, you'll get back more time. So it's backwards here, you know? So you need to do the steps first, right? First, traffic. Second, conversion, sales calls, product, right? If you're interested in working with me because you want more clarity around this and you don't want to be stuck in the apprentice phase and you want to reach 20K a month like some of my clients, even 100K a month like one of my clients just reached, then feel free to book a call with me in the description or DM me one on Instagram and we can have a little chat and see if you're a good fit. I don't work with complete beginners. I like people that have experience with building a business, building a creator business, but just need the systems to scale, okay? Hope you have a lovely day, people. I really appreciate all the support on the channel. We're about to hit 700 subscribers. I think we're like 645, and you've been absolutely killing it. So thanks so much for the support. Please like and comment something that you need help with, or comment a question. I'll respond. I'm on there all the time, okay? Have a great day, people. Peace.